Alright, let's see if we're working. It looks like we're working to me. Alright. So last week, I talked about like designing a scarif table for Star Wars Legion, and this week I figured I would show off some of the stuff I've got 3D printed for it, some of the successes, some of the failures, and then I think we start making a piece or two. That would be kind of cool, kind of fun. So first off, from the Imperial forward base set from Darkfire Miniatures, really nice, like Star Wars box barricades. These things are fucking great. They came pre-hollowed, tons of holes, no liquid resin stuck in them at all. Really nice. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, been super cool. So those are really nice. Also really nice, this piece of junk. No. This is the bottom half of their like turret thing, which is really cool. You can see it's got all the hollow holes. Really nice. It might look a little wet. It's because it rained. It's not because it's still actually wet. So it's really cool. And then on top of that goes this. Goes like right in the little track there. You can see it actually works, which is really cool. And that makes a little turret with this gun here. This gun here goes into the turret somehow. Let's see if we can figure it out real quick. Alright. Looks right to me. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, makes a cool little turret for your Star Wars Legion guys. Really nice piece from that Imperial base set. So I'll have to glue the cannon in, but yeah, super cool. Super, super cool. So we can glue all that together. Also, I have some of the floorboards. These warped a tiny bit, but nothing terrible. Compared to this thing. Oh, man, this thing is like pure warped. I got this from another 3D printer company. It's like crazy warped. But yeah, these printed up really nice too. They're just like floor gantry kind of walkway things. So I've got two of those that I printed so far. And then these things, well, everything's still wet because it rained, because they left it out overnight. These things, they go with these wall pieces. So these are like barricade kind of pieces, and what you do is you put this behind it like that. So then your guys have like cover. So if you had like this guy here, he could stand on the wall and then have some cover over the wall, which is really cool, and still like shoot over it, which is a really neat kind of like cool thematic thing. So for example, we'll leave him there. So if you had like a couple of these, right? Spoiler alert, I have a couple of them. Right? You can make a really cool piece of terrain that was like, I don't know. Oh wait, that's not even on camera. Jesus, sorry. You could make a really cool piece of terrain that was like a cut through, right? Maybe like that. You know, or they'd have to like come through it, and you could hold it with cover. Might be pretty cool. You know, maybe something like that would be kind of cool, right? Or you can use. Oh. Sorry, this one's really wet. Yeah, all the stuff is cured. It's just, it's wet from the rain being left out. Or you could use one of these and have like a big wall, right? Like a big defense wall like that. Which was really freaking boss. Right? How cool is that? I think that's super cool. There's a big gate thing, but mine had a printing error. I'm not sure why. Really weird printing error. I'm not sure what caused it. But yeah, there is a walkway for those too, so you can make a full like wall line, which I think is pretty neat. Or these walls, I think they're so cool. You can make yourself like a cool, cool like little corner piece, and have your guys like that over it, which is really neat. Right, like if you wanted to make like a corner barricade like that, you could totally do it. Right. Have the guys firing over it like that. So freaking cool. So freaking cool. Really happy with this. These base pieces from Darkfire. So they're what we're going to make some terrain out of today, because they're really cool. I wish this had printed right. I'm going to have to reprint some of these. So I have the long one for this, because it'll just look so much cooler and be more useful, like terrain-wise, right? Yeah. Alright. Excuse me. Okay, so those guys, they're all super cool. Really happy with all the terrain from Darkfire. What I'm not happy with are these. So, these arrived on Monday. These suck. These are my palm trees. Now, I got these ones because I liked the way the tops look, because they look like real palm trees. But they are just filled with like all this like leftover, like, you can probably see it on some of the lower pieces. Right? See all the leftover cut, like, just like flashing on them? Like, it's ridiculous. Right? And I have no idea how to remove that. You can see it all up in there, see? And besides like cutting out every single leaf, like, I guess you can try to rip it off. Alright, but like, it's pretty terrible. They did a pretty bad job. And then the things themselves are covered in flashing. Right? Like, look at that. Look at that fucking mold line. Right? Like, that's just, ugh. Did a terrible job on that. I mean, maybe I can clean it up a little. I don't know. I was looking for STLs and thinking I would just print some trees. Then I had some really bad luck with STLs and got disheartened, and yeah. But yeah, they're really pretty shitty for palm trees, right? They're nice heights, you know, and these would look cool if they weren't covered in flashing. So yeah, so I really am not sure 100% what I'm going to do yet. I don't know if I'm going to try to repair these trees, because I think they'd still be good trees if they were less garbage. Because like, they're good heights, right? Even the little ones, like, they're nice little trees, right? You can put a couple of those around a big one, right? Like, you know, and then you have a little baby tree here. You know, like, that would look nice, right? So, I don't know. I might try to repair the flashing. I might just try to 3D print some trees. Not sure yet, but super disappointed in these. I was really, really excited for the trees, and they ended up just being terrible. So, yeah. It's funny because they did not look like this at all in the picture. They did not have this, like, all this terrible flashing and stuff and all. And I really don't want to, like, be cleaning up mold lines and stuff on trees, but I don't know if I'm going to have another choice, you know? So, last time we started talking about working on this terrain, I was talking about using XPS foam. is this stuff right here. Good foam, but I think I'm actually gonna. I don't want it to be this high all the time, so I think we're actually going to use this other foam I have. I think we're going to use this. Well, this is primarily like cosplay foam, but I mean, it's the same price essentially as the other stuff when you buy it off Amazon. The other stuff's way cheaper when you buy it from like a hardware store, but I live in Hawaii and they don't sell it at the hardware store because it's insulation and don't super need that in Hawaii. So, yeah, so I figured we'd use this kind of stuff instead. So, what I was thinking was like, maybe we'll glue this together too in a second. Maybe a piece of terrain that's like this turret, right? And then maybe, because we're putting them over the, and maybe it'll come out like this, right? Oh, that'll be sand. Then maybe you could put a couple trees here, so you can run along next to the turret, but also hide behind it, kind of thing. Thought that might look kind of cool. That's one of the things I was thinking. I was also thinking all kinds of stuff with these walls. So I definitely wanted a wall segment that's like that. That's like the corner, right? But I think we'll hold off on that for today. So I think what we're going to make today, I think, is maybe... do I want an extra long wall segment? I don't know. Maybe we'll hold off on that. Maybe when we do the corner, we'll do the extra long one maybe at the same time. I don't know. I don't know. What I was thinking was really like maybe a couple that are like this. I kind of want one that's like this where they can like go between it. I thought it'd be kind of cool with like a piece of ramp, right? Alright, so like maybe like that. That's a pretty big piece of terrain, right? It's going to take up a big chunk of the table. I could make just small ones like this. Right, like just one little piece like that, and then just make a circle around it like that, kind of. Maybe stick a couple trees here or something. Might look kind of cool. I also kind of just wanted one that was didn't have any of those. It was just these. Right, so maybe it's like a circle thing like this, and then it just has these like platforms, maybe like they're like that, and maybe I put some of the barrels and stuff on it like that. That might be kind of cool. Like I can stick some trees here, and thought that might be cool too. So yeah, kind of the world is our oyster with these, which is pretty sweet. But yeah. Anyway, all right. So let's do the turret one because I know I want that one, and then we'll make maybe another one after that. Okay. Here's our turret. All right. So maybe a piece of terrain. I'm trying to use do the best use of the foam. Maybe the train comes like this. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. Can I cut up this, or do I need... Oh, I can cut it with this. Hell yeah. I don't know if I need a special tool for this one or not. The other one does not cut with a razor blade. You really need like a box cutter. Help me, please. Seagulls, pick your knees. Go. Alright, we'll put that over there for now. Let's see what that is. That's my phone telling me I used my phone 40 minutes more than last week. Whatever. Alright. So we're going to have a turret. It's going to be like near the front, right? And then pretty much I think I'll just round these edges out and then we'll call that it, really. Just make it like a big oval kind of thing. Actually, I wonder if this will cut with scissors. Give me a second. See if I have scissors. Because if this stuff cuts with scissors, that would be amazing. But I don't know where my scissors are. Alright, we're going to have to keep using the razor knife then. Alright, so yeah, we'll just round this edge out. Right, I think that'll be pretty good. We'll just round all the edges out, I think. Alright, so like... make it kind of a weird shape, right? I really need a new razor knife. This one's like super busted and old. I'm looking at them on Amazon, but I have not found one I like yet. Yeah, see how the blade bends on it? It's like really annoying. I don't know if super glue will melt this foam. I know it melts XPS. I do not know if it melts this. But we will find out. Yeah, see, that's terrible. I cannot get the blades to stay. Because this thing's just... I've literally had this razor knife since I was like a teenager. Like legitimately. I think this came from like my like grandma's house. Not house, but like her like sewing box thing she had. I think this is from that. So this thing is like 20 something years old. I really need a new one. Even if I have nostalgic value for it. It's reached it's potentially like dangerous levels of old, you know? Alright, so there we go. A little bit of a weird shape, so that's pretty cool. So now, what we want to do is we want to actually bevel the edges on this so that they aren't flat. I've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. Could go better. Could go better. Alright, let's try make that a little bit more pronounced, I guess. Yeah, since these things are going to be like sand islands, I don't want the edges to be flat, right? I don't want the guy to walk up and be like, ah! You know, I want it to be like, have like a nice, woo look to it. You know? By the way, a hot wire foam cutter will do this in like a millisecond. But I don't have one of those, and I don't really want one. It's like you need to use like a respirator and stuff when you use it. I don't make enough foam stuff to like, in my opinion, justify having one of those pieces of tech. Right, like I just don't, you know. And my house is not big enough for like tons and tons and tons of terrain kind of thing. And I have a lot of terrain for different settings, but like, you know, this scarif table is probably going to be like my one Star Wars setting. You know what I mean? Like, much as I'd like to like have a Tatooine table and a Kashyyyk table and like all that, right? Like, I'm probably not going to, just because of space, you know? Alright, beveling this edge sucks, by the way. Just want to state that. Yeah, you got not a super good way to do this. Maybe that's it. Maybe. It's not bad. I mean, edge doesn't have to be perfect. It's gonna get covered in Mod Podge, and then like you know, covered in Mod Podge and then texture paint. So I do want some like bend. I don't want it to just be 100% straight up and down, you know. It doesn't have to be like perfectly amazingly flat. Alright, it's not terrible. There we go. Got a little bend now, a little bit of edge for when the guys walk up. Maybe we'll, yeah, I think it's okay. Little topsy-turvy in some spots, but not terrible, you know? There we go. Alright, so there's our piece of foam for our dudes, right? Then we're going to put our turret here. And maybe put some like boxes or something with the turret. I don't know. That'll be neat. Or maybe like this. And some trees. Nah, we won't do the boxes in this one. We'll just do the trees. All right. So yeah. All right. So let's glue the turret together, and then we can glue the turret down and see if it melts. This kind of foam. Alright, so let's glue the turret together. Let's see, how does this go? Oh, I actually think it goes like that. Yeah, that's how it goes. Okay, good to know. Knowing is half the battle. Go, and then we don't actually have to glue this down, but I'm going to because it'll make painting easier. Because once this track fills out with paint, this thing's never going to be able to slide around. I'd really preferred it to not like just like be scuffed all the time, you know, the track. So we're just going to glue it straight on like that. All right, and then gonna put some other glue on the bottom, and we'll see if this glue melts foam. I don't think this foam should melt, but we'll see. We'll see. If it does, we'll figure out another glue. I'll break out the Gorilla Glue. If I got to. If I got to. That's my song. Alright, we'll see if it melts the foam or not. Alright, and then we will put some trees over here. Now these trees are still crap, but we're going to use them as place for our tree holders for the moment. Alright, and then this will have this, like that, and then maybe something like that. They actually look pretty good. If I get them cleaned up, that'd be pretty boss. Alright, maybe some little bushes and some flocking. That'd be pretty cool. Do we want to try to clean the trees up? Because they would look really cool. Alright, give me a second. I want to try something. Where's the other one poking? When you get older, you might get hit by a boulder while you're laying there yelling, help me please. Seagulls, peck your knees. That song has been stuck in my head, by the way, for like a fucking week. Thank you, Star Wars Kick, that I'm on. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Oh, that looks cool. Why does that look cool? Alright, we're gonna have to try to rescue the trees, because that looks really cool. Right? And you can have your dudes like running in here, hiding behind the turret, you know, using it as cover. Oh, that's really cool, you know? Let me get the total. I actually have a beach trooper here. He's not fully painted yet, but look at that. That's fucking legit. That's too cool. That's alright. That's really cool. Also, I guess this glue does not melt this foam. Which is good to know. Good to know. Because that's on there good. Alright. How are we going to save these trees? So they come apart. I have to clean up all the mold lines on the tree itself. That sucks, but shouldn't be that hard. Should just be able to do it with a razor blade. I should be able to just clean that up like that. So I gotta paint these things too, because they're fucking ugly. And they're made of this really weird, like, soft plastic, so they're gonna have to get like house paint or something that'll really like melt them and stick on them. There we go. Rockin' and rollin', down to the beach I'm strolling. Seagulls, seagulls, poke at my head. Stop it now. Say, This is my life. This is what living with me is like. My husband, I'm sure, regrets it. He just came home from a bunch of time away for work, and he I'm sure he's already tired of me. Probably not. I choke because I'm dumb. Alright, so I guess that cleans up okay. I think that cleans up okay. Alright. So we can clean those up. I guess we can use these trees. Then what do we do with this, right? Because there's just so much flashing in there. Can we pull it all out? Like, I think I can, but I'm going to need to grab some tweezers. Wish I could just like dump these in alcohol and it would melt the flashing or something like that, you know? But whatever would melt the flashing would also melt the plastic. So I think once I paint these, the flashing on the leaves will be less apparent. As long as I get the big pieces off, I think it'll be less apparent because the leaf will all be the same colored, and you won't have the like see-through, right? So right now the flashing is less dense than the leaf, so it's like see-through. So it's super apparent. I think once they're painted, you won't notice it though. Yeah, see like all that flashing there? That one lost the leaf, but it was just too flashing. Alright, it's not terrible. And then these are like really nicely cut out. The tops are. God, can I just not use this piece? Is this one top really nicely cut out too? Yes, and the bottom is terrible. I kind of like the low-hanging leaves from these though. But I mean, that looks bad. So yeah, well, you know, we'll just fucking ditch the bottoms. Tops are fine. Let me just cut the peg down a little. And then poink. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not bad. I did like how the leaves would like hang down on the bottom of the trees, but I mean, meh. I mean, because they're really janky and messed up. These leaves are just filled with flashing. That's actually not a bad tree once it gets painted up. All right, yeah. Yeah, I think we can rock that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Alright, and this one, we just have to clean up the tree itself, and then same deal pretty much. Right, so I'll clean up the tree. I'm not going to make you sit there and watch me do it. Alright. That's pretty damn cool. I ain't gonna lie. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's pretty damn cool. Yeah, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Those trees are actually not bad if you take the bottoms off them and then clean them up a little. Alright, so we got this guy. Let's make one more, like, base piece, and then we'll probably call it for the day. And I'll go get lunch with my husband. Alright. So let's see what we got. We got these boys. We got these big boys. We got another one of these. I've got a couple little steps. And then I've got these. I kind of want to do one that's just like walkway ramps like this. And then like a couple trees and some like boxes and stuff. I think that would be really neat. So I think we'll do that one. Okay, so thinking like walkway ramps, like I don't know, like that maybe. And then we could do something that's like that, maybe, right? Like some. I want to do something that like emphasizes the sand a little bit more, you know. But still has a little bit of cover on it, so maybe like that, and like maybe some like little bits of barrels like this. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. Just like that. You know, then we can put some trees here and some trees here, and you'll have like a nice cut through the sand with like the metal grating. You know, I think that'd be pretty cool, and look very scarify. Alright, cool. Yeah, let's do it. What my brain was thinking was like maybe making this piece a little bit taller, so everything wasn't the same height. So like maybe it like ramped up a little bit over here. Nah. We won't do that. We'll just do this as is. Okay. So, let's see. We want it to go like this. Down and around. Well, actually, we'll keep this flat edge and we'll just bevel it. I could actually leave the barrels and stuff off. And that way I could place them however I want. As like scatter terrain. That's not a bad idea. Oh, I also need to make hardboard backings for these. I guess we can do that too. So I've shown that a couple times on the channel, but we'll do it again. Alright, we should be able to bevel this into like a nice shape that just kind of emphasizes the sand, you know? That's my goal with this. Is to, with this piece is really to like just show that there's like sand and walkthroughs and stuff, right? I don't want like every piece of terrain to be like, here's a ton of cover, right? Like some of it needs to like set the scene for it being scarif, right? Like I'll probably make a couple little ones of these that just essentially just have like trees on them and sand, you know? far as 3D printing goes, I'll probably print out a couple more of those barricades and then maybe one more turret. Right, because like cover is super important in Legion, but it's not as important as it is in like 40k. Right, because 40k is this really bad like first turn problem, or basically you have to hide everything, or your stuff just gets shot and dies. Legion doesn't really have that because they alter random activations. Right, like that problem's kind of already pre-solved for Legion. So you don't have to have all this like massive terrain. So it's like, oh, I better hide all my tanks or the Wookiees will shoot them. You know, Legion doesn't have that issue. You can still have stuff die in one round of shooting, but like it's much harder than 40k to like, you know, not get to play with your toys. You know, you at least usually get to use everything for like one round at least. I'm getting the hang of this beveling shit. I say as I like have a really hard time doing one spot. Yeah, we made that even the flat edge. Like you can still see it's clearly a flat edge, but it's much better now that it's beveled. It's less apparent. It'll save us some foam, so the piece can be a little bit larger. Yeah. We could like cut it in a tiny bit, and then that would completely get rid of the flat edges. Or definitely at least take this corner off here. There we go. Over here. There we go. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, yeah, so it'll be like this, right? And then maybe I'll attach these. Maybe I'll leave them as scatter terrain. If I leave them as scatter terrain, I just see myself doing stuff like that. Like that's less cool than if it's like this, right? And then like a tree there, maybe a couple trees over here. Let's get some more trees out and put them down. Alright, let's see how many more trees we have. Okay, so on the other one we are using a really big tree and then like a mid tree. Let's see what else we have. We have one more big tree, two more big trees, and a couple little ones. We've got 4 little trees right there. Oh no, 3 like micro trees. 3. Okay, so I guess you get 3 of each size, more or less. Okay, I've got 2 of these mid trees. No, the third one's over there. Okay, yeah, I guess you get 3 of each size in this pack. Alright, that's cool. Ugh. Okay, so we can put like kind of want this spot over here to be one big one like that. Oh, let's glue these down. There we go. This one will have it. Yeah, I don't want these to be like exactly like perfectly lined up, right? Because like these things are gonna move just over time as like troops walk across them and stuff, right? But I also don't want them to be like too far off because then they'll look weird, right? So do that. There we go. Yeah, I think we will attach the boxes. I do think it makes it neater. So we'll attach the boxes as well. Just put some glue on the bottom of the boxes. So exciting. Star Wars table. Want to do Star Wars table for like ever. Just having my recent kick back into Star Wars seems like a good time, you know? Alright, then we're going to put a big tree here. So we'll... not going to make you watch me scrape all the mold lines. We'll put him in like that. Alright, so he's going to go there. And then over here, we'll do a couple of trees. Well, let's do this other thing of boxes and stuff. Yeah, we'll have it be like that. I think that's pretty cool. The nice thing about this is that, like, you know, I have these STLs, so if I really don't like this piece, I can just reprint all this stuff for like $1, right? Most expensive thing here is the foam. Ugh. There we go. Alright, so that one's gonna have a big tree. Maybe we'll do like this tree. And then maybe like a little one like that. Would be pretty cool. Yeah, let's try that out. I will eventually glue all the trees in. I was debating magnetizing them, but it's just like, I don't think it's like super important, so we're not going to worry about it. That one's going to go there. Where does this guy go? Is it here? It goes there. Maybe not. Maybe the hole's not big enough. Maybe I put it further forward. Here. Alright, we'll assume it's there. Alright, so then the end piece will end up looking like that. Which is pretty baller. Alright, that's pretty damn cool. Put a little one like that, maybe. damn hole. Thank you. Yeah, maybe we'll put like a little one. Oh, right there. That's a good idea. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. Alright, so that's what she'll end up looking like, which will be pretty damn cool, really. That's pretty boss. It's a super cool, just like nice piece of like theme dressing terrain, you know. Sandstorm shore troopers can run up on it, be like, you know, get some cover there. Have a crab droid clanking up over here. Clank, 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 clank. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Alright. Well, I think I'm going to try to pick this up for a second so I can show it off. I think that's going to be really cool. So we got this one, and we got the turret. They're coming along. I might put hardboard on the bottom of these. To be honest, I'm also just debating doing the bottom in tool dip. I'll debate that, because if I put hardboard on it, they'll be taller, and I kind of like that there's only a little lip for the guys to get up. I think that'll look cool. But, yeah. Sorry, that piece was driving me bonkers. So yeah, pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. So we got 2 terrain pieces, both kind of scarif themed. I think that's pretty sweet. Put this back on there. But yeah, that'll be pretty cool. I think the scarif board's coming along. I definitely got to print some more of those terrain crates because I like those. I got to print more of these floor panels. Yeah. So my goal is to make like 6 or 8 of these kind of pieces. I think I want like 3 of them to be variants of these walls with the little things behind them, because they look really like a gun line, and I think that's really cool. So I think I want like 3 of them to be that. And then I want some that are just like palm trees, right? That are just like trees and bushes and stuff. But those don't need to be particularly big. I might need to buy another bag of these stupid palm trees. Maybe I'll buy a bag of different palm trees and then I can mix and match them. That would actually probably look the best. Anyway, I'm going to call it there. Thank you for watching. Yeah, pretty damn cool. So, on that note, I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to call it there. Thank you for watching. We got the starts of our scarif terrain rocking and rolling. Down to the beach I'm strolling. Look, it ties back. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. This song has been stuck in my head. But yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll call it there. Thank you guys for watching. My next step for these is to debate if I want to do hardboard bottoms on these or not. Don't know if I do. And then everything gets coated in Mod Podge minus the resin stuff. And then everything will get spray painted. And then texture pasted and stuff like that. But I'll go ahead. I'm going to call it there. Thank you guys for watching. We made some cool scarif terrain today, or the starts of it at least, right? This is the hard part, right? For a lot of these projects, like when you're scratch building something like this, like, or even like, you know, like using a bunch of like just random resin bits like I am, like starting is the hard part, because that's the like, I don't know, like the mental hurdle you have to get over to get it going, You know what I mean? So it can be the really toughest part. But we got it rolling, and down to the beach we're strolling. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to call it. Thank you guys for watching, and keep on keeping on.